Hello everyone and welcome to Erebos Gaming. We've got some lightning returns here for you, and this is the final boss fight, Bhunivelze Plus. And I was not expecting him to be so dramatically different to his normal state, so I had to really think about what weapons and garbs and accessories I'd be using. So what I've done is I've created two senatorial classes. The reason for that is 100% immunity to physical attacks and 100% immunity to magic attacks, and then my Soldier of Peace is my com attack. And with them I will be using the combination of Thunderer on two classes and Arrower, and then using that with the ability to obtain staggers. I'll be using the hand-to-hand and multicasting on my com roll to give me as much damage output as I can, and I'll be cycling between those, trying to get him staggered as quickly as possible, just so I can start dishing out the damage. Now, in terms of strategy for this guy, you want to stagger him before you start hitting him hard. That's all I can recommend. He is nothing like how he was on the normal stage. He goes through different stages very fast, and you have to wipe out all his HP here to get onto the second phase of the fight. As you can see, he's already upgraded himself. And this one is mostly magic, so you want to switch to your senatorial class that involves 100% immunity to magic. And then what you want to do is you just want to cycle between using Thunderer, Arrower, and keep that sort of moveset going up. So switch Thunderer, Thunderer, Arrower, Arrower, Thunderer, Thunderer, Arrower, Arrower, or Thunderer, Thunderer, whatever you need. And that's why these monads, you want to take these out as soon as they come out, because if you don't, you will die as soon as he does his master spell. And what he does here is he switches his elements. So when he's using the wind element, he'll be using Erger, Arrower, Tornado, and then the same for if he switches to the fire element and that Wings of Destruction. When he does that, you want to make sure you're taking out all the monads or you will get wiped out. You need to have a good guard as well. Unfortunately, that ignores your defense, so you need to guard that perfectly to have any chance of surviving it, or you can have a shed load of HP to take it in. As you can see now, we're getting to the red stagger stage. Once we've staggered him, we can now start hitting him with Artemis' arrow, and it will do some serious damage, which is good. And what I'll be doing is using Artemis' arrow. I've attached the accessory that I get from taking out Aeronite, and that gives you a 70 plus ATB speed, so it really increases the speed, which is good because you need that. And especially if you want to try and take him out without overclocking, that's what you need to do. You need to make sure you've got your ATB management. It's wiped me out there, so I'm packing Phoenix Downs, Hero Potions, Heroes Potions, Phoenix Downs, that's what I've needed. And the only reason for that, as I said before, this is a first run through on hard. This is taking him out on the first run through. I haven't repeated this game any more times than running through on normal and hard. If you want to check out Bhunivelze Plus, this is a strategy that I came up with that works effectively. I would much more appreciate having a go at Whirlwind Kick, but unfortunately I just don't pack the damage output to make any significant difference to him. And I'll let you know now, I only 2-star this guy. I would have really loved to 5-star him. I 5-starred every other last one Omega, but unfortunately I just cannot take this guy out fast enough to get the 5-star rate. Now when he's in this, if you use Light Splash, you will effectively not get attacked by those lightning strikes. Now you need to try and guard this perfectly. It's very, it's like within a second sort of thing. You need to get it right. If you don't, you're dead. Well, you might not be dead if you're overpowered for this boss, but if you do, you're dead. Right, now this form is more physical attacks. Now, so I'll be using the yellow ATB bar, so that's physical attack immunity, but it still does some damage. And what I have with this one is you want to try and use heavy guard on this. On my magical immunity one, you'll notice that I've got heavy heroic guard. To get heroic guard, you need to defeat the other secret boss. If I say his name wrong, I do apologise. It's Estrigal, and he's the ultimate layer level 33. He will drop this as a well, he won't drop it, it'll be a reward for taking him out, and it is a very, very powerful card. It has a 99% if you upgrade it as much as you can. It has a 99% removal, and I failed to perfect guard that ultimate, which killed me. Sorry, the heroic guard has a 99% protection against physical and magical attacks, so that's very powerful. However, it wipes out your 18 meter and uses a hell of a lot. Now, this one I had the most trouble against. His physical attacks are brutal and the combinations are huge. You just need to make sure you time it right. You need to switch backwards and forwards. You need to make sure you get your heavy guard up, and then it won't be too difficult. Once you understand his attacks, even though sometimes it doesn't seem to do a specific attack, so it attacks quite randomly, as you can see there. Even though I'm guarding, it does have a little bit of magic attributes in there as well. I don't know what to recommend. He is an absolute bitch to defend against, especially at my level. I think it's because I'm underpowered, to be honest. I think when you fight this guy, I tried 10, 12 different combinations of attacks, and what I found out is that if you're not persistent, if you don't think about strategies, you'll probably end up giving up and run through the game again. Like, you'll be a hell of a lot stronger and you'll probably be able to take him out really simply. But unfortunately, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to prove that you could take out every single enemy on the first run through of hard, and fortunately I did it. I was really happy. So yeah, all I'm using is the Artemises arrow just to give me that power boost. It does about 300k damage if I put the Hero's Potion on. This is where the Heroic Guard comes into its play. It is really, really good. Unfortunately, I took too long to get into it, and that should perfect guard it. And now I've got a bit of a break where I can hit him with my Artemises arrow. Hypernova, I don't think this is a move that you can defend against. I don't know if there's like a very tiny window, but before he does it, you need to make sure you switch to a magic immunity, and where your Heroic Guard is, I think you might be able to defend against it there. Unfortunately, I didn't have any luck against that. And as you can see, I'm having to use a Rise now because I've already died 3 times using Phoenix Downs. And there we go. So we've taken him down. He's on his final stage in the phase 1 part. And this is a lot more relaxed now. He's just using magic attacks. So that third form, that one that you just saw me do, that one to me was probably the most difficult one to get. So now that we've staggered him very quickly. We can go in with the Artemises arrow, do about 250k damage. Make sure you switch back and forth to your magic immunity class and keep on that. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning, make sure you get your deep protect, your imperils on there, and you want to take out these monads, as I said, as quickly as possible, because I've got the bravery boost from my Hero's Potion. I should be able to take him out pretty nicely. Again, look there, so he's in his fire form now, he's hitting with fire, and I failed to switch back to my magic guard, and he hit me there. So that's what it's all about. You need to make sure your timing is perfect. He's got his Wings of Destruction. Again, I didn't defend that properly again. Like I say, this is not a how to wipe out Bhunivelze plus in X amount of time to get the perfect score. This is to show you a normal person playing it can beat him. That's what I'm trying to show you here, that you can beat him with a specific strategy, and you know, you can mess up a couple of times, but it don't matter, you can still get round to it. And now I'm doing a pretty nice damage, 400k each attack, and at this point I was like, oh yeah, okay, so I'm getting close to killing him. This is good. So we've got the monads again. We're just gonna probably not even bother with them, to be honest. As we can see, his life is pretty much gone, so we're just going to leave the monads and go straight for him. Can we take him out just before the monads and uses his attack? There we go. Right, there we go. That's phase 1 complete. Now we get phase 2, and this one should bring back some memories from Bhunivelze normal. And what you have to do here is, there's no point even thinking of attacking him. You want to stagger him. That is your objective. You cast Doom on you to give you a time limit to make it even more intense. What you want to do is you just want to keep on at him with Aeroe, Aeroe, Thunderer, Thunderer, Aeroe, Aeroe, or Aeroe, 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 or Thunderer, Thunderer, Thunderer. Whatever we need, we just need to get him staggered. That is our objective. Divine Influx, you want to, that is a that is a physical attack, I believe. You can just defend against it and it doesn't do too much damage. Make sure you do defend against it though, because if you don't, they'll send you in the air, which is very frustrating. Again, it's hitting me pretty hard. It's not messing around at all. These things come at me. Yeah, not a chance. Heroic Guard probably would have reduced all those attacks down to nothing. Now I need to be really careful because I have no more lives. I have no Phoenix Downs. I don't have any EP points to get a rise use, so this is this is my last stand, so to speak. So we're going at him. Keep at him with the Thunderers, arrows. I always recommend using these ones because they attack more, and rather than Fire or so I don't use them that much to think. Blizzard, they're single attacks. Now, in my mind, I don't think they do as good as what they normally do. There we go. We staggered him. We've got those 2 angels, which has put me down to 1 HP. I am not bothered about only having 1 HP. So, strategy for trying to take him out without using an overclock is you want to put your hero potion on to give you that boost, and then you just want to keep at him with Artemis' arrow. That's what you want to do. When your Artemis' arrow is down, you want to go at him with Light Slash. Now, I'm using the Equilibrium Plus Garb, and that boosts my standby phase on other ATB Gorges, and that will make me that much faster and build my ATB up really good, and that's what I'm doing. With each attack you can see I'm putting up around 600,000 damage, and I'm nearly halfway to his life now. He does pack quite a bit of health on this one, to be honest, so without overclocking, I would recommend that if you're not doing over 500k plus and you're attacking him very often, he'll probably end up getting up, and you wouldn't be screwed per se, but you'd have to stagger him again. And as you saw, I died once with his attacks, and I have no more chances, so I need to take him out in this attack. And in the interest of speed as well, this is what I'd recommend doing if you're around my level. In terms of around my level, I'm looking at, on my com roll, I'm looking at around the 4,000, 4,500 strength. And that's with standard weapons, not the ultimate setup. With the ultimate setup, it pushes me to around 4,700, I think. I can't remember. If you go back to the beginning of the video, you can see my setup. So I think it's around that amount. But what I'm getting at here is, I was not expecting him to be like this. It was a good surprise, because out of all the final bosses, I find that they're quite easy compared to the rest. Now, in terms of getting him to this stage, I found him more difficult than Aeronite, and Aeronite's the secret boss. Aeronite is pretty simple to take out once you understand what it is, and once you've got magic immunity, it's all about speed. Whereas this guy, he threw everything at you, and I think for a final boss, Square Enix did a brilliant job. Really challenged you, and it completely took me off guard the first time I fought him. And there we go, 2 stars. Again, not the best, and I was really disappointed with this. I would have liked to get a 5-star, but I'm not strong enough. If I ran through the game on hard again, I would get a 5-star. And what you can expect there, I took him out in 10 minutes. Again, not good. 221,000 score, not good. 2-star, not good. Not happy with it, but I took him out. That was the main objective. I defeated Bhunivelze Plus on my first run through on hard, which I was proud of, but again, 5-starred everything else apart from this guy. Now, hopefully that strategy works for you. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll see if I can conjure up some other ones for low level spect lightnings. But you can see all sorts of other ones where the people on YouTube are absolutely wiping them out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one.